The top 10 two-brain gyms in the world average $600 per member per month. In fact, every gym in the top 10 takes in more than $500 per month per client. And there are 3 that are over $600 per client per month, and 1 is over $800 per client per month. If you think my clients will never pay that, keep listening. I'm going to give you 10 tips to increase your ARM, average revenue per member per month, plus some insight from our leaders. I'm Two Brain founder Chris Cooper, and this is our monthly leaderboard show. Hit subscribe so you don't miss a single tactical episode of Run a Profitable Gym. Now, average revenue per member per month, ARM, is a force multiplier. If you have just 100 clients, but they all pay you $500 a month, well, you can do the math on that. The best part is that increased ARM isn't tied to huge marketing spends or massive expansions or getting more equipment or anything like that. It's tied to solving problems and showing value. So here's exactly how to do that. Now, every month, I break down for you what the top 10 gyms in Two Brain are doing. And I do this metric by metric. I don't do it by client headcount very often because that's not what makes your gym profitable. Client headcount times the average revenue that each client is paying, average revenue per member per month, ARM, is what determines your top line revenue. And then if you subtract out your expenses from that, that will determine how profitable you are. But most gyms miss this critical piece. It's not how many members you have if they're all underpaying. It's how many members you have times what they're paying that actually counts. Here's what the top 10 gyms in Two Brain are making per member per month right now. Number 10, $502 US per member per month. This gym is in the States. The tactic that you can use at this level is just increase your rates and be worth it. Increase your prices across the spectrum, deliver value, be worth it, and you'll increase your ARM. This gym is doing $502 per member per month, and this is a US-based gym. Our number 9 gym this month is from Canada, but this is in US dollars, and they're making also $502 per member per month, but they're doing it slightly differently. And their top recommendation was to ask your high-value clients to refer their high-value friends and family. They dig deep on referral marketing. Their quote was, "We hope to get all of the family from each of our members and their friends for life. We try to educate them and keep them for life." So they're active about their referrals. They're asking for referrals of the right people instead of just waiting and hoping and praying that that comes or offering a free month coupon or whatever. Number 8 was $508 US. This is a US-based gym. Their tactic was to add personal training options if you don't offer it. If you do, prescribe it first in a way that solves problems. Their quote was, "We are a semi-private / personal training studio. We switched from group about a year and a half ago, and most of what we do is exactly what we've learned from Two Brain." This was an interesting quote from another leader on this leaderboard. They said, "In the personal training model, we are one-on-one for 40 minutes. It's not a revolving door. We keep it personal and we make an investment in every client. Our relationship and our education on how to coach people are huge." The 7th person on the leaderboard was earning $566 US per member per month, and their tactic recommendation was to niche down. Special expertise is worth more. This is why you pay more for a neuroscientist than you would for just a general scientist, or a neurosurgeon more than you would pay for a general surgeon. A great leader quote was, "People who are looking for a female trainer focused on strength find me because there are fewer in my area, and Two Brain has been encouraging me to post more online on my personal and gym accounts. I rarely get someone coming in that isn't already sold. The social media has educated the prospect. The only ones who say no do it because of price, but because of some newer offerings, we can close them too." The 6th person on our leaderboard was earning $575 US last month per member per month. Their tactic was add a habits coaching option or add other high-value services. Think beyond we're selling a group fitness program. I've got 2 great quotes from the leaders on this. The first said, "We have an emphasis on group and semi-private." The second said, "We are mostly one-on-one training, but just added small group and semi-private." There's different ways to get there. A lot of people that I talk to say, Two Brain is against group training. That's not it. What I'm against is gyms failing. If group training will get you there, we'll find a way to make it happen. We'll break down your P&L and actually make it work for you, just the way we did for these people. Number 5, this gym was earning $587 US per member per month. And the tactic they recommended was to bundle services into a high value package and use an on-ramp as the intro. Their quote was this: "We try to get people in for a 21-day on-ramp and get them resold in the 21 days. We have a 90% resell rate." Another leader who did something similar said, "Nutrition, accountability, and private training are in our first offer that we make to people. In the sales booklet, we value stack everything." That means they combine services. "The monthly retainer is fairly low at $500 for our Basecamp program, but it's an $1,100 value, and we show people that. And when people see that, they tend to re-up." The 4th person on our leaderboard, number 4 from the top, was earning $616 US per member per month. Their tactic was to offer specialty programs and consider targeting groups. Their leader quote was, "Through the summer, we've had some teams. For example, we had a cheer squad for $2,500, which we collected in one check. We're working with some new teams, strength training over 35 sessions for 20 women, which will be $6,000 to $7,000. I learned to set the cost for 20 kids, and the coach gets the athletes to come. So we sell the class for, so many weeks to the team's coach, and then it's on the coach to recruit the team members to fill the spaces." Amazing. Number 3 on our leaderboard, $633 US per member per month. That's their average. And their tactic was to sell with the prescriptive model. Their quote was, "We do prescriptive selling for the no sweat intro with in-body measurements. We write a plan for their fitness and nutrition. We are totally okay with them walking out and getting that plan. That's fine. We deliver a custom plan during the no sweat intro, and they get a lot of value from the sales process. This encourages their confidence in us and boosts the know-like trust factor." Amazing. Number 2, the second top ARM on the Two Brain leaderboard last month was $669 US per member per month. Their tactic was to bill bi-weekly instead of monthly, or every 4 weeks instead of every month. Here's a quote from one of the leaders who's using a system like this with a wrinkle that solves problems for their avatar. They said, "We bill on a 4-week cycle, and they get 8 sessions per month with 2 sessions per week." Amazing. Super duper smart, right? Next, the leader. Number 1 on the Two Brain leaderboard last month was $854 US per member per month. Their tactic was to put your gym in the right location. This is especially important if you're thinking about opening a gym or considering changing addresses. If you are locked into a lease, you need to target the right people who can afford your service and see its value. That's a great quote, or that's a great suggestion from somebody who's earning $854 US per member per month. Their quote was, "I think the fact that we're located in New York City is probably a contributing factor. It's an affluent neighborhood, and most people do not cringe at the price. Personal training in New York City is about $200 hourly for most places." Now look, if you're in New York City, and you're charging $854 per member per month, or that's your ARM, wonderful. Of course, your expenses are also going to be higher, and so it's profit that really counts, but ARM shows you what's possible. It gives you some context, and let's face it, most gyms are actually undercharging. So that's our leaderboard for ARM, from $502 to $854 per member per month. I've also given you 10 tactics that you can start using today to work toward these numbers. Plus, you got proof that these tactics work. I've given you quotes from real gym owners who use these tactics to generate ARM over $500 instead of some random business coach who punched high average revenue into ChatGPT and got a bunch of results that just don't work. I'm going to give you one more quote here. This person said, "I have been using the golden hour ever since the Two Brain Summit. I'm being the CEO versus being the everything. They're being the chief executive officer of their business instead of being the chief everything officer of their business. And now," they continued, "I spend more time on the marketing and sales, and the trainers are coaching." I love that. The golden hour is set up to help you do one thing to grow your business before you do anything else. It's your daily appointment with the CEO. That's you. It can definitely help you drive up your ARM and earn more as a gym owner. To find out exactly how to boost ARM and use the golden hour to build a better business, book a call through the link in the show notes with me and my team. I'm Chris Cooper. Thanks for checking out this episode of Run a Profitable Gym.